Good day, ma'ams and sirs, and welcome to the Number 9 with Tommy podcast. A letter to my ex, titled, Thinking of You. As I sit here tonight and scroll through hours of video and hundreds of photos, I can't help but remember all the things we did that most folks would say were a no-no. I recall the first time we agreed to put it on tape. I tied you down, hit record, you couldn't escape. Then I put a condom inside you and blew in it to make it inflate. With the volume turned up, the sound is so funny, it kind of seems fake. I remember filling your bung with a string of sensation beads, saying the Pledge of Allegiance and thinking of what this great nation needs. And the camera lens, and the headboard, and all the sheets soiled when I ripped those anal beads out of you just like a loose recoil. There's pictures of you in the most embarrassing poses, and close-ups of your crotch after a bath, looking like soggy old wrinkly roses. Yes, I look back and realize that my love truly ran deep, like all the way to the wrist. Like that time you made a disappearing act of my fist. Wasn't that a great trick? Yes, my dear, I'm just sitting and thinking of you, just like I did all alone, while you had all that deceiving and drinking to do. Anyway, like 9/11, I don't want to forget all the times we shared during our scorned love, so I'll make the memories I have last forever as I post them on Pornhub. Now, ladies and gentlemen, a man I couldn't possibly show more love. Tommy fucking Washington. What's been up, man? How are you?
What the fuck was that?
It was a letter to my ex while I was, just uploading some videos onto Pornhub. Nothing crazy. Just like a lawnmower start anal bead pull that covered the whole room in shit.
I don't know where you come up with this shit, dude. I really don't.
Which part? Pornhub is it's pretty well known.
I know what I know what Pornhub is.
Though the Pledge of Allegiance, if you go to like a sporting event or like at the beginning of school when school was still cool,
they don't do the Pledge of Allegiance at sporting events, just so you know. But
never.
Nope, they do the national anthem. Two
very similar things.
Nope, one's a Pledge of Allegiance, the other one is the national anthem.
They've got a lot of the same words: the, and, if, but.
God. Pat, that's some dark shit. What'd be funnier is if it was true.
Wait, whoa, what was dark?
The whole thing. But it would be much more fun if that was actually true and directed towards one of your exes, because we would be millionaires off the Pornhub. You could upload them to OnlyFans too. Remember in one of our shows we were talking about the OnlyFans thing? That could be our start.
This is still a very real possibility. Who knows?
I just thought of something, but I'm not going to mention on the show. But it was something that you did for a while to protect yourself. Hilarious. We could use those.
I could absolutely. Yeah. That could absolutely end up on the internet. Yeah, no way of fucking telling, huh? Buyer beware.
So, yeah, we haven't done a show in, a week now? It's been about a week.
Didn't we do one Sunday?
No, we didn't do one Sunday because your mom had that issue. I couldn't do it in the morning because Colin had football, and then your mom had that thing happen at our house later.
You ever heard of this, Tom? Did I explain to you what happened?
Yeah, you told me something about our faucet blown up because they replaced the hot water heater, which I don't think the two are connected at all. So I don't know.
No, the hot water heater got replaced, so there's no water in the lines or in the heater or whatever, so air builds up. And I guess you're supposed to open the bathroom, like the tub faucet first. And she opened the sink faucet. When she did, basically that bound up air blew all the gaskets and the actual threaded, the threaded head with the filter in it or the screen in it, blew it right off the sink. It wasn't even there when I got there.
Yeah, I've never heard of that happening before, but I'm not a plumber. I have replaced the water heater. I have replaced a water heater or two in my day and never had that problem. So, I don't know. But either way, so you were doing that.
This is what you get when your landlord does the work.
Yeah, facts. Phobic scrolls in the chat. He says, boats and hose. What's up, Phobic? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. So yeah, you were doing that. I did some yard work. I was for 10 days, Pat. 10 fucking days. in excruciating pain and could not walk. I actually did not. I went to pool 2 nights last week and did not play one of them, either one, because I was in so much pain and couldn't stand on my foot. I finally broke down on Monday and went to the doctor, and I'm all better. I can run a mile if I wanted to. I can't physically run a mile, but I could. What are you doing that you're not paying attention to me talking?
I didn't get the phone call that I've been waiting for. Instead, I got a deposited voicemail. And my voicemails come as text messages, so I'm reading the text message.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thanks for doing that in the middle of the show while I was talking.
I'm sorry, buddy. You knew I was waiting for this.
Well, Pat, I texted you at 6 o'clock and said, hey, you good for the show tonight? You said yes, and here you are, not ready for the show. Anyway.
No, I'm still ready for the show. What I'm going to do is I'm going to handle this afterwards. They're open until 10 p.m. Eastern time.
I digress. So you were doing that. I was in pain. I did yard work. Well, I mowed the lawn. I didn't really do a lot of yard work on Sunday. Phobic says, Pat, I hope all is well. Fuck Tom. Oof.
Thank you, Phobic.
That's not nice.
Well, agreeable point.
All right. Yo, so I don't know if I told you this yet, but Phobic and I made an agreement last year before the end of the football season. We knew that the Niners and the Raiders were going to play each other in Las Vegas. Did I tell you what day they're playing each other, Pat?
9/11.
No, that'd be fucking dope as shit. Me and Phobic actually went to I don't know if it was on our birthday, but we went to a Raiders game around our birthday down in New Orleans before.
Okay.
But no, they are playing on it was on our birthday. Pretty sick. It's on fucking New Year's Day.
Oh, that's exciting.
Fuck yeah. So me and Phobic will be in Las Vegas for, I assume, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So I'm pretty pumped about that. Pretty fucking pumped. It's going to be sick. You know how much I love Vegas.
I do.
Yeah, love it. Love Vegas. Anyway, so we're doing that. But yeah, man, hoping to make a good push on the bathroom this week now that my foot's a little bit better. I don't have pool anymore on Thursdays. So tomorrow night, big push. Big push.
Well, I hope you go into the bathroom and make a big push.
I did tonight when I got home. It was great. Anyway, Pat, we got one piece of mail. You want to do some mail time real quick?
Let's do it.
All right, Pat. So this one piece of mail comes in from our friend Panachronic. He's a longtime listener, longtime mail giver, comment giver. He says, "Solid sewed, fellas. To comment on the Roe v. Wade situation, wouldn't it simply be possible for someone looking to receive a smortion to travel to a state that allows it, have it done, and then travel back home?" Phobic was right. It's not as simple as saying just move. That said, if I can just go next door and get it done and come back home, sure, might be cost slightly more because of travel, but that seems reasonable and safe to me. Maybe I'm missing something though. I'm also on the side of this has no real impact on me, but in 40 plus years when my daughter starts dating, with a laughing emoji.
Nice. He's not only right that you could go to the next state over to get a smortion. Amazon is offering their employees up to $4,000 to pay for their travel so that they can go and get an abortion. So yes, it's possible, and depending on where you work, it's fucking funded.
Yeah, I think that's possible. I think that's feasible. Again, I'm with him 100% that this really has no bearing on me whatsoever. So it really doesn't affect me.
If you need to piss in a bottle, you're not allowed to take a break. But if you need to have an abortion, here's $4,000.
Is that Amazon's rule? They don't allow you to take pee breaks?
You don't remember that when Amazon was under so much fucking fire for the way they were treating their employees? And there were tons of I don't know if they were TikToks, but similar videos of people I can't even get a break to go to the bathroom, so I'm just going to piss in this bottle. And they were just peeing in bottles. They put in little break rooms in the middle of the fucking floor, so you could just go like sit in a quiet room. It's like a cubicle, but a soundproof cubicle.
Pat, I gotta tell you, no matter where you work, I'm sure
We covered this on the podcast.
No, I know we have, but to your point here, when people's ability just to find things to bitch about, no matter where you work, I'm sure we could say that there's something wrong with the way they treat you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
And some people truly have it worse than others. But the fact of the matter is, if you're in America, you don't have it nearly as bad as you could. So, you know.
Go work in one of those sweatshops in China for fucking 10 cents a day and then tell me how you're feeling. You know?
Yeah, go mine my diamond.
Yeah, motherfuckers. Anyway, Panachronic, we appreciate the feedback, as always.
Sure
we hope to... mail is kind of light these days. I think it's because we're not...
Nobody ever said about me or Tom.
Dude, so I told you I went to the doctor, right? And the doctor in a roundabout way said, you better lose some weight and take care of yourself or else you're going to die. Is essentially what she said to me. Now, I've had...
Like sound advice.
She looked at me. This is a doctor I've never met, right? I went to essentially a walk-in clinic within my doctor's office. Like, you know, like all the doctor's offices around here now are just, you know, they're part of bigger hospitals at this point. It's either like...
Yeah, they're like farm league doctors.
Yeah, pretty much. So I went to one of their walk-in clinics because I needed to have this shit looked at. And really, I didn't need to have it looked at. I knew what it was. I just needed to get the prescription, and they won't write you a prescription without going to see a doctor. So had to go. So I've had a case of athlete's foot for as long as I could remember. I have, for the last 14, 15 years, worn steel-toe boots every single day. In the summer, winter, my feet sweat. I get athlete's foot. It happens. Okay? So this lady's looking at my foot, and she's like, like, I thought she was going to throw up. Right? And it's not even like, that bad. Right?
Said every one of my girlfriends ever.
But she's looking at it and she goes, you have a really bad case of fungi. And I'm like, well, yeah. Yeah, I got a pretty bad case of fungi. Yeah, okay. And she goes, if you don't take care of that, it can get infected. And if that mixes with your gout, your foot's going to be the size of a football and we're going to have to cut it off. And I'm like, what? Like, this is the first time anybody's ever said anything like this to me. And then, you know, and then she went into the
Laces
whole
out, Finkel and Einhorn.
Yeah, so that was cool. She gave me this little powder shit to put on my toes. And I got to tell you, 2 days I've been using it, already cleared that shit up. And I'm talking...
Get out of here.
Dude, remember when we used to buy like 30 ml bottles of vape fluid, like the little ones?
Yeah.
That's how big this container came full of this powder stuff, and I was like, what the fuck's this gonna do? One, I barely
like
put
a fungicide?
Huh? No, it's just
like a fungicide?
I don't fucking know what it is, man. She said, I'm gonna give you this powder, put it on your feet after you take a shower, and make sure your feet are dry. That's all she said. And I've done it twice now.
I need that shit.
I'm not sharing it. Shit was dope. And I was like, this ain't gonna cover shit, and I've used it on both my feet 2 days in a row. Still plenty left. I'm gonna use it the fuck out of this shit. Anyway,
text me the name of that product.
It's a prescription only.
Yeah, just text me the name.
Yeah, I'll think about it. Anyway, so that's it for mealtime. Hold on a second. I gotta text Erica. All right, we're good to go.
Cool.
Let me drop this in. Sorry about that, guys. Pat could have entertained you guys for a second while I was doing that, but God forbid.
I was
he did
rereading that message from the mortgage guys.
from the mortgage guys.
What's we doing memes? We doing memes.
Memes. All right, Pat. So we got some memes for the show, as always. We love our memes. Oh boy, I should have tested these. Oh fuck! Hold on a second.
It's broken. You broke it.
Oh, all this time I was doing that stuff, and I could have had this stuff done.
Yeah.
Great for the show. We're gonna start this segment over.
Cool. Live audience, I apologize. Tom, what were you doing when you weren't doing this? You said all the time I was doing that stuff.
You heard me. What I was trying to find earlier.
Oh, on the Tic Tacs?
Yeah, on the Tic Tacs. All right, Pat, it's time for memes. Our favorite time. Meme time.
Dun. Meme time!
I don't get what this photo is, Pat.
That is a picture of, I believe, a gentleman wearing some, boy, I'm going to call them goggles, but they might be glasses, a headband, and I'm going to say it looks like he has braces. What's going on is, sometimes you open your mouth and you got those stringy things going from the top of your mouth to the bottom of your mouth. Well, he's got like a full collection of them. A lot of stalagmites and stalactites in this guy's fucking mouth.
It looks like he has a mouthful of cum.
It looks like a mouthful of cum. It looks like a mouthful of like chewed bubble gum. I can't really tell. Anyways, it says, this is a picture of me in Zendaya's toilet after I put laxatives in her Chipotle. Zendaya is the super hot Lenny Kravitz's daughter that plays the new Catwoman in the new Batman movie with Robert Pattinson. Apparently, this guy thinks she's so hot that he would eat her diarrhea shit. That's the point. Speaking of shit, Sealy Posturepedic has revealed the Amber Heard collection, which is just regular bed sheets with the shit emoji on them.
Did you hear her reasoning for so she blames the poop on the bed on the dog? And
Correct.
Did you hear why the dog pooped on the bed?
No.
Because when she was a puppy, she ate Johnny Depp's weed, and ever since she has had bowel issues.
Man, anything to make the guy look like a bad guy, huh?
Well, he's been pretty open about him doing drugs, which I love.
Yeah.
Again, Pat, I don't understand what the fuck this is, but you can try to explain it.
This is a real thing. Anybody who has money and knows that I'm mispronouncing this word, go fuck yourself. Balenciaga, which is a clothing company, releases new Paris sneakers collection for $1,815 a pair. Basically, these look like shoes for homeless people. They have holes in them. The soles are ripping off. Some of them are tagged like with spray paint. They basically look like you found my shoes, which were passed from my oldest brother, Scott. And then we were poor, so Steven got them. And then we were poor, so Michael got them. Then we were poor, so Tony got them. And then basically based on us being poor, I got them. And this is what they looked like. We were sitting on a gold mine. We threw them away when I was done with them. We should have held on to them. $1,850 a pair. $1,850 for a pair of shoes that legitimately look far beyond garbage.
Isn't it great how rich people try to look poor? It's like the whole holy jean fad. You know what I mean? The ripped jean fad. Like, it's amazing to me that's these people.
Actually, I almost included a meme. It was three girls, with those fucking ripped up jeans. They're walking with those and they're eating ice cream, and it says, when you and two of your friends survive a shark attack and decide to go get ice cream. It was fucking great.
How about this one, Pat?
This one says, in another 3,028 years, there's a chance that things will either be really good or really bad. It's 50-50.
Can't believe
Tom moved on. That's fucking hilarious, but okay. This is a picture of Amber Heard at the trial, dressed what can only be described as identical to Dr. Evil.
Yes.
That is her sitting next to Dr. Evil. Perfect. And in our throwback to How Floridian Is That, a segment that we try to incorporate as much as we can. This is a headline from the New York Post. It says, Florida woman squeezed boyfriend's genitals, quote, until they bled. Tom, true or false, you would let that girl squeeze your genitals pretty hard?
True.
Okay.
Girl's pretty
Looks like
fucking
the boyfriend's
hot.
whining for nothing.
Yeah, she's pretty fucking hot.
Tom, if the only way to enjoy an orgasm was to have your balls squeezed, like you have to squeeze the testicle so hard that it then blows the cum out of your ball.
Just thinking about it is
the joy of the orgasm you still get. Would you go through the pain? Would it be worth it to come?
No.
I guarantee you, if you had to squeeze the ball to release the semen, there would be, I don't know, 3% of the people on the world right now that there are. I mean, we'd be 97% less people, because I would never come. I would never fucking come.
Yeah, there's no way.
I would still be talking about the time I had the wet dream. Like, oh my God, the first time I came, dude, I knew then I never wanted to do it again.
You're so weird.
All right.
You're so fucking weird. Anyway.
On a side note, what if you could choose, like, if you squeeze the right ball while you're having sex, that makes a boy, and the left ball makes a girl? That'd be neat.
Well, Mason can't produce men, so both his testicles just produce girls.
And we know that those are the most sizable testicles in history.
We don't know any of that. You do. I don't know anything about the size of his testicles.
Do you have Snapchat?
Yeah.
Remind me to send you. Have you seen that cry filter? You know, where it makes you look like you're crying?
Yes. This shit's hilarious.
I recorded a video of me and I recorded a video of Lush, and they're fucking hysterical. I fucking love it. It's such a good filter.
All right, Pat, you ready to get into some of these? Or this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
These videos we got? All right, so this first one's pretty good.
No, I'm not dumb. I know you can't hit a woman. You can't hit a man. You can't hit anyone.
I did not fucking deck you. I fucking was hitting you. You're fine. I did not hurt you. I did not punch you. I was hitting you. How are you? That's the difference between me and you. You're a fucking baby.
And the truth shall set you free. Nothing further, Your Honor.
That's amazing.
That was a good one. So this next one's a little long. I want to see if I can turn up the volume a little bit, because it seems to be
for anybody who can't see, this is obviously Amber Heard on the stand.
Yeah.
One was mixed in with Jim Carrey in Liar Liar.
Yeah. So if you had a hard time hearing it, it starts out with her saying, "I'm not dumb. I know you can't hit a woman and you can't hit a man." And then they play audio of her saying that she didn't deck Johnny, she hit him. And then it cuts to the scene of Liar Liar where he says, "The truth shall set you free." And he does that little thing with his fingers. Classic.
Spirit fingers.
This one is also a good one.
But I think he was using cocaine because it was like there was a jar. A jar.
Look what I got. I got a jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt. And guess what's inside it?
Realize.
So she says that Johnny has a jar of cocaine. And then it cuts to a scene in the Pirates of the Caribbean where he's running around with a big ass jar of, I assume, alcohol.
Rum.
Yeah. And he's like, "I got a jar of this. I got a jar of that." You'll never guess what's inside it. Classic. And then this is my favorite one. This is the long one I was talking about. So I don't know if the video is going to play. I hope it does. But at least we'll get the audio. The video doesn't really matter.
So you testified in this courtroom that after Mr. Duff smashed the phone, he held you down on the countertop by the neck. Do you remember that?
I'm not quite sure of the exact sequence of things, but yes, both of those things happened.
Well, we'll get to the sequence. And this is when Mr. Depp supposedly assaulted you with a bottle, right?
On the countertop, he assaulted me.
So Mr. Depp was able to get you on the counter, right?
He held me down by my neck.
And hold you down by your neck.
That is correct.
And he grabbed a bottle, according to you, while holding you down by the neck, correct?
I'm sorry, can you clarify what you're asking me?
While Mr. Depp is holding you by the neck against the countertop, he grabs a bottle. That's your testimony.
No, those two things didn't happen at the exact same time, no.
So he's holding the bottle, is that your testimony? While
was holding
you down by the neck?
Sorry. What was your question?
Your testimony is, Ms. Heard, that either he has the bottle before or after he's holding you by the neck on the counter. Is that your testimony?
He held me by the neck on the counter.
Where's the bottle that he assaulted
At what
with?
point?
While holding you down by your neck.
When he was assaulting me with the bottle, it was in his hand.
Was it in his hand before or after he holds you down by your neck?
I was being held down while he assaulted me with the bottle.
When he puts you on the counter, does he have the bottle in his hand, yes or no?
As I have always said, I don't remember exactly what happened first, or I don't remember the sequence. I just remember being aware that I was being assaulted by a bottle while I was on the countertop.
So he penetrates you with this bottle. But you don't know how he got the bottle, right?
That is correct.
And he did that right after he lost the tip of his right middle finger.
Again, I don't remember the exact sequence of those events.
We'll get to the sequence. And while he was on 8 to 10 MDMA pills, right?
Yes.
Let's talk about the sequence. This is the sequence of events you testified to in this courtroom. That he smashed the phone to smithereens and then assaulted you, lost the tip of his finger, and then assaulted you with a bottle. Yes, that's the sequence of events that you testified to in this courtroom.
To be clear, you're putting it in order when you say words like then. I have never claimed that I can remember the exact sequence of these things. This was a multi-day assault that took place over 3 horrible days.
Ms. Heard,
the worst thing ever happened to me. I
we're
don't
not
remember
Ms.
the
Heard,
exact
that's
sequence.
not my question. My question isn't about the 3-day assault allegedly that occurred. I'm just talking about the sexual assault that you now allege occurred.
Yes,
Okay?
correct.
Let's talk about the sequence. So you testified in this courtroom.
So, I was watching this, and it's fucking infuriating to me that she's dodging the question. And at the top of that, it says, "Surely you would remember every detail" with a question. Now, I don't know, right? I've never claimed to have somebody shove a bottle up me in any part of my body. But I would assume that I would remember how it went down. Would you not assume that, Pat?
Because it's a traumatic experience, I'm sure that it's arguable that you may not remember the exact sequence. The problem is, it sounds like she had already previously said the very specific order that things happened in, kind of like forgetting that she was supposed to be traumatized during the experience. And then when she was asked about the sequence, she went, no, I remember now. It was too traumatic for me to remember the exact sequence. So it kind of sounds like she tripped herself up and she maybe got caught with her pants down. No pun intended.
Phobic said the pen is blue. The goddamn pen is blue. That's a great movie. I gotta watch that shit. Liar, liar. Great
It's a
movie.
really solid movie.
It really is. That was before Jim Carrey went crazy.
The other really good one, Me, Myself, and Irene, is super slept on.
Yeah, I like that one. That's a good one. This whole thing, man, like I was listening, I stopped listening to the news because, well, I can't handle it. I can't handle the news anymore. Nor do I really care what the fuck's going on. But I listen to sports radio and they were talking about today on the sports radio, this crazy shit that's going on. And they were saying, like, this is by far some of the most entertaining shit going on in the world, this Johnny Depp trial.
I think it's nice that we're able to humanize such big names.
Yeah,
I think
to a
people are
degree.
getting a lot out of that.
To a degree, but at the same time, it wouldn't be so big if they were just normal people. You know what I mean? I think it's a big thing that
there are legitimately people who are sexually assaulted with bottles and with whatever fucking bowling pins. There are people who are sexually assaulted with like hair straighteners, which are fucking hot and turned on. And those don't make national headlines. But because it's Amber Heard and there's zero evidence whatsoever, now everybody in the entire country needs to hear about it, even though what it sounds like is it's just more bullshit from Amber Heard.
Well, I think the important thing to remember in all this, Johnny Depp won his I wouldn't say won because he was the one being, well, I guess you could say won. He won the criminal case against him that she alleged. You know, so that's something to keep in mind. And he's suing her for defamation of character, which, you know, at this point, all those allegations that she's throwing out there are false. They were found false in a court of law, or not enough evidence to uphold it. So clearly, you know, she's fucking lying. You know what I mean? So good for him, man. He's in, like, you watch some of this shit, like she says he won't even look at me because he knows that he assaulted me, and you can see him look to one of his lawyers and goes, no, it's just because I don't want to look at her. That's why I don't look at her. Or some shit like that. Like, yeah, like, I'm all set with looking at this bitch. She's ruined my life enough. And, you know, do I feel bad for Johnny Depp? To a certain degree, but at the same time, he's a fucking multimillionaire. Like, you or me going through the same thing would literally ruin our lives. You know what I mean? Him suing her may put a bump in the road for her moving forward, but at the end of the day, she's still a millionaire. You know what I mean? She's not going to be living off fucking welfare. But it's a big
and
stand.
I could see, you know, kind of the bigger they are, the harder they fall kind of thing. You know, for Johnny Depp to be accused of these things, it's not like his friends are like, dude, what the fuck? Have you heard what Amber's saying about you? It's like the entire fucking world. Anybody who's ever watched a fucking movie knows who Johnny Depp is. And the whole world is like, holy shit, I can't believe you're such a monster. That's tough, man. I get, like, I would want my fucking money. Because at the end of the day, what the fuck else are you going to take from her?
Yeah, I mean, other than dragging her through the mud, like, hopefully at the end of this, she gets blackballed just like he did just off the allegations. You know what I mean? Like, that's the win, right? Like, fuck the money. It's her not being able to be in a acting role because she's a fucking goddamn liar and chose to go after. Listen, we all know Johnny Depp's no saint. He's a drug addict. He's an alcoholic. He has his own demons. You know what I mean? But he's human.
I'm sure he is a very difficult person to deal with on a everyday basis. I mean, I'm sure like his co-stars may be like, oh, dude, I got the chance to work with Johnny Depp. He was great. He was fun. But being that person's girlfriend does not sound like much fun.
Well, it all depends on if you're into it. It doesn't
make him an abuser or a fucking rapist.
Yeah. Well, it's all about personality. Like, he was married to the same woman for like 18 years. You know what I mean? So he can't be that bad. You know, most Hollywood marriages don't last fucking 18 years. They last 5, maybe.
Right.
So anyway, Pat, you want to get into 3-finger news? And there's news that's sure to shock you?
3-finger news. News that's sure to shock you.
Gotta play our new shocker intro. Classic. All right, Pat, what do we got first?
Up first, the headline to this article is, Man dies while burying body of girlfriend he strangled. It appeared he was nearly done filling the grave when he set the shovel down, walked away, and collapsed. I gotta tell you, this is the worst way to get caught murdering somebody, dying in the process.
It sounds like karma to me.
Yeah, tough luck. He was 60 years old. First off, you got to get out of the murder game in your late 40s, tops. If you're still murdering, you know, pushing 50, 55, you got to rethink what you're doing, man. You're too old for that shit. You got a heart condition that you don't know about, creeps up on you. Next thing you know, you dig a hole, but you're laying next to it. This guy, you know, he should have taken that advice. So he apparently died of a heart attack. He was burying her in their backyard. That would have turned out just fine. Don't worry about it. In South Carolina, the deputies found the guy Saturday after neighbors called and reported an unconscious man in the yard. As they investigated his death, they found a body wrapped in trash bags in a freshly dug hole and determined it was his girlfriend, who was 65. Well, at least, she probably wasn't able to fight him off. An autopsy on him determined she had been strangled, and the neighbors told officers that they saw him digging a hole in his yard the day before. I gotta tell you, if you got caught digging the hole, you shouldn't have killed her.
Yeah. Why are you burying her in your
This was going to go bad for him anyways.
Yeah, I don't know why you're digging holes in your fucking yard. Have you watched Ozark yet?
No, haven't even started it. I really want to.
So this isn't like a giveaway or anything, but one of the people there, when they kill people, they bury them in their farm. But they live in a farm that's fucking huge.
Yeah.
So that kind of makes sense. Other than that, I don't know why you'd be burying somebody in your yard.
Yeah, not only that, but man, I hate to say that I've thought this through, but if I kill one person and dispose of the body, and we'll call it X way, like dumping it in the ocean, the next person I killed, I guarantee you, I would not take care of the same way. You got to mix it up. Otherwise, they're going to catch you and be like, hey, you're a serial killer. There's 45 of the exact same crime taking place. This guy's a fucking idiot for burying her in the backyard. But who knows? Maybe they'll search his other backyards that he's lived in and find more bodies.
Maybe. Wasn't there an old lady that was burying foster kids or some shit in the backyard that we just covered on the show?
It wasn't foster kids. It was foster adults.
Yeah.
That's an excellent Bitmoji, Tom. Excellent. I
know. I try. What's this next one? 2 people charged with animal cruelty in Torrington. There's a fucking surprise. It's fucking shithole town. The arrests come after what police say a months-long investigation. Torrington police and Torrington animal control officers executed a search warrant on April 28th in residence of Washington Avenue. Police say they found 6 dogs, 8 cats, a bearded dragon lizard, and 1 hedgehog living in the poor and unsanitary conditions. The animals were then brought to Bantam Lake Hospital to be evaluated. Police said all 6 dogs were dehydrated. Some of them suffered from secondary conditions like being underweight and or having some level of infection of worms or parasites. Police say the cats were in fair condition but were not socialized. They found a kitten that was dehydrated and underweight. The bearded dragon and hedgehog were also determined to be in poor condition by hospital staff, reporting that both animals were underweight and suffered from general overall neglect.
Remember that these people were just accused of the crime. Please don't use their names.
I wasn't.
It was the next line, so I just want to make sure.
They were charged with 16 counts of animal cruelty. One of them turned himself into police. They're both scheduled to appear in Torrington May 23rd. All animal...
Yeah, the girl turned herself in on Monday. The guy turned himself in on Tuesday.
I'm not sure how this is fucking news for Three Finger News, Pat. I was waiting to hear
because it's in fucking Torrington.
Pat, there's people that get arrested every day in Torrington for shit.
Tom, if you look at that name, the female's name, who's very, very close to you in age, I can't. Oh, you know what? Go into the email, the podcast email, and look at the one I sent, because you're going to see her picture. Tell me we don't know that girl, please, because I'm 1,000% that I know that girl.
I mean, Pat, you did. Oh, she does look familiar.
That's Three Finger News right there, buddy. It shocked me.
So, yeah, but I don't know from where. She just looks familiar. The guy also looks familiar. But again, I mean, I could know her from high school. I don't fucking know.
That's my fucking point. That's crazy, man.
Why is that crazy, dude? One of my neighbors got arrested for fucking beating the shit out of her mom. I mean, this shit happens. It's fucking Torrington. There's 50,000 people that live in this fucking city.
16 counts of animal cruelty is a lot, man.
You know what they're gonna get off with, Pat? They're not going to jail, dude. They're gonna get off with some fucking, some sort of probation and fucking fine or something, or community service.
I assume that the guy is going to have a tough time fighting this in court, but the girl can say that it was self-defense and she'll be fine.
Potentially. Phobic wants to see if he knows them as well, so we're gonna drop this link in the article. Or right there.
We won't say their names on the show, but you can fucking click the link on the fucking channel.
Well, anybody could Google it. You know what I mean?
That's true.
But at the same time, if you want to talk about something that's going on in Torrington, I saw this today, and it's going to be on the news every day this week, apparently, about this new school they're building in Torrington. And I saw it, and I am so fucking enraged about this still. Like, I cannot get it out of my head. Like, first off, the school looks fucking beautiful.
What's a couple tax dollars between friends?
A couple tax dollars? This, like, I can't even imagine what this is going to cost us in tax dollars. But at the same time, our school systems are rated so fucking low, and you're worried about building a multi-million hundreds of millions of dollars to build this school, where you guys won't even hire the correct staff for the kids. You're outplacing hundreds of kids a year, spending $10 million a year outplacing kids instead of hiring the correct staff for the kids that our city needs. And you can't blame that shit.
Maybe in this new building, they'll hire the right people and save $10 million a year by not outsourcing these kids.
Why? They're not doing that in the buildings we already have, Pat.
Maybe it's because of the building. Maybe this will somehow change. I doubt it.
The building stops them from hiring the correct people. Those are the problems that we need to be talking about in Torrington. Or how about that I can't drive down the road without fucking bashing my bottom teeth on top of my top teeth because we can't pave the fucking goddamn roads.
I just got such a clear visual of your teeth, like, almost flipping inside your mouth.
Oh, it's so dude, I hate something. Like, so I bought my house for sentimental reasons. I grew up here. It was, my parents owned it. I own it. And, if I didn't get custody of my son and have him come live here, I probably would have already sold my house and moved out of this town.
I bought my house because it was the cheapest one.
Yeah, but so like
I went the other way on that.
But you're not stuck there, right? Like you can sell your house tomorrow, move away, and that's it, right? Me, I'm kind of.
Who just wrote in?
That's Binoculars. He says, I was in Torrington for the first time last week for a meeting. Charming. Listen, I believe I live. I believe I live in a nice area of Torrington. I live out in the sticks. So yeah, I think there are. Nice
I live
parts.
70 feet from a 24-hour diner. It's pretty fucking ghetto.
That diner is only 24 hours, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Actually, it might be Thursday.
It used
Friday.
to be all the time. When did that fucking change? It's got to be Corona.
No, I think it changed because they didn't have the business during the week. Yeah, Twinco. Phobic, you could throw a rock from Pat's house and hit fucking Twinco's parking lot. That's how close he lives.
True story. We can walk there very, very easily.
Pat has lived there for 2 years and we have never been to Twinco.
I've been twice since I moved it. Now, we used to go all the fucking time when we were younger. We would party until, the wee hours, and then fucking stroll on in. That's where my buddy Brad's little brother, he's dead now, but Travis, there's a menu item called the Happy Waitress. It's a grilled cheese sandwich with french fries or something. And this motherfucker was all tripping his balls off on CNC. And the waitress came over, and there were like 6 of us. And he was like, hey, what's the Happy Waitress? They're from Pennsylvania. Please excuse my impression of his accent. He's like, hey, what's the Happy Waitress? Is that where you sit on my face? And she went and saw the manager, and we got quickly kicked the fuck out of that restaurant.
Nice. We used to go to Twinco all the time. You're right. Like, that's where you went after the bars closed down, and you would go there and either continue your party or get yourself ready for a hangover.
Yeah, or if one of your buddies called and said that his brother died, but his brother never really existed, and he was actually on the verge of a psychotic break, you would take him to Twinco to, calm him down in the middle of the night.
You have some weird fucking friends.
He was a coworker and a friend.
Erica
He was a
says,
coworker
happy
first.
waitress, it's a grilled cheese with bacon.
She gets it.
The fact that Erica knows that. You want to hear a funny story about...
Apparently, Erica learned the happy waitress from Travis.
The first night I ever met Erica, right? It was way before we started dating or anything like that. My dad we went to a bar on Water Street for my mom's birthday. And I brought a girl that I was seeing down from Massachusetts.
Is that Memories at the time?
No, no. Memories? What the fuck are you talking about? I never remember that place being called Memories.
Was it Otters?
It was after Otters. I think it was H2O or some shit like that.
Yeah, Memories is right down the road from Otters.
Where Sawyer's, or not Sawyer's, fucking that crack den was? What the fuck was the name of that place?
Now it's a fucking art studio.
Yeah, it used to. That was
right on the corner.
That was a dive bar. The place was shit. But anyway,
yeah.
So we go there, right? And we're all shit faced. And my dad's like, let's all go to Twinco afterwards. So we all go to Twinco, right? And this girl that I brought she was shit faced, right? Passes out in my sister's car on a drive from that bar to Twinco, which is about 3 minutes, right?
Oh, yeah.
She passes out. We leave her in the car. We go in, we eat. We go back up to the house, and I go to get her out of the car. She had pissed herself in my sister's car. Right?
Yeah, when your sister was driving that Rexy?
Yeah, when she was driving the WRX. So, so I'm thinking my sister's going to bash this girl's face in, right? But my sister, being drunk too, was like, oh, it's okay. Let me get you upstairs. She gets her upstairs. Me and her boyfriend at the time clean her car. And my father cannot help himself, right? He has no idea who this girl is. First time you ever met her. The next morning, she wakes up. We're already downstairs. She comes downstairs, and my dad looks her dead in the face and goes, hey, what's up, pee-pee pants? Dude. The girl was fucking mortified. So fucking funny. So funny.
And that relationship didn't work out, huh?
Nah, well, it was either that or something to do with the fact that she had 4 kids and was living off welfare, and, she had a lot of problems.
Oh.
She was very nice, though. Phobic says Dad's the greatest.
Dad's the greatest.
He is, man. He's fucking hilarious. He didn't
Phobic,
give a
do you know that girl from that article? You have to, bro.
No, he said he doesn't know her.
Oh.
He said, nah. Nah, bro. But yeah, so good old Dick Turchington.
Just so you guys understand how hard it is for me to read the stream chat, Phobic apparently said nah. That looks like one of 2 words. It either says yeah, which is the exact opposite of nah, or it says Juan.
Do you have it pulled up on the big screen, Pat?
I have 2 screens, right? 2 images. One is me. It's a huge thing of me, which makes no sense because I don't need to see me. The other one is a very little me under a very little you next to a very little stream chat.
Yeah, we can fix this. Binocular says 4 kids on welfare, peas and cars from Torrington. This is shocking. Binoculars.
She really fits a specific type. It's called a Torrington person.
Binoculars, stay in your lane, first off. Second off, she wasn't from Torrington. It was actually the first time she had ever been to Torrington, Connecticut. She's from...
She immediately acclimated, though.
She was from the Cape area. There's, we all have problems. Binoculars, we all have problems. Just saying.
Binoculars, when I moved Miss Elizabeth up to Torrington, we were getting ready to go to Walmart on one of her first days living here. We were going to go grab some things for her. And she said, I really feel like I should change. I think at the time she was wearing sweats. And I said, oh, sweetheart, you are so overdressed for the occasion. We'll count pajamas when we get to Walmart. And we were like at a dozen by the time we left. And she was like, I feel so classy here.
Yeah, it's, listen, man, it's, it is what it is. What are you going to do?
I love this fucking place.
We are who we are. I'm not
people.
I was telling this story the other day that it was a few weeks ago. Colin and I ran out in the morning to get coffee or something, and I needed something at Home Depot. And I was in sweats and my slippers because I was just going to Dunkin' Donuts and then have to get out of the car, no big deal. And we pull in, and I'm like, I guess we can roll into to Home Depot. I just need to grab this real quick. And I get out of the car and I look down and I'm like, no, I'm not fucking doing it. I'm not walking around Home Depot like this. Get back in the fucking car. And I fucking went home and changed and went to Home Depot later because I'm not that guy. I can't do it. Like, the furthest that I'll go in sweatpants is Cumbies. You know what I mean?
If I leave my house to go to the store in Torrington, I am either in like cargo khaki shorts, like dad shorts, or basketball shorts, flip flops, and a t-shirt. And that's pretty much year round. I might throw a hoodie on in the winter.
Yeah. See, the basketball shorts is even borderline raggy, you know?
Borderline, it's all the way raggy, buddy. I don't go. They know I wasn't just at the court working up a sweat. Look at me.
Yeah, look at you with your fucking North Carolina and your Tar Heel shirt on. Jesus Christ.
Cracking fucking concrete every time I jump.
Story of my life, Pat. That's what the doctor said. You're super fat. Anyway, Pat, anything else you want to add to the show? Pat, you watching any in the NBA finals?
No, I am not. You mean the playoffs, right? Are they in the finals?
They're it's not the finals. They're the conference finals.
Okay. No, I couldn't even tell you who's in it.
The Celtics and the Heat and the team that the Mavericks and Golden State.
Okay.
I believe the Mavericks.
Shower. Gotcha.
I believe the Mavericks and I believe they play tonight. The Mavs and Golden State. Phobic said it's Golden State in 5, and Rick says he hit on Miami last night. Yeah, I think everybody knew that Boston was going to lose because they're missing Hofford and Smart was out. Smart might be back for the next game, but I think Hofford's still out for the next game. He might be out for the rest of the series because he's in COVID protocol, so that sucks. But the Celtics, man, they be turning on. They be turning on. Binoculars got the Mavs tonight. Whew. I don't know. I mean, the problem is Golden State. Like, Phobic thinks Golden State's going to win it in 5. They're so hit or miss. You know what I mean? They either are really on or they're really off, which I think is the problem with most, like, all basketball teams at this point. They're either, like, some of these games ended up with, like, 30-point blowouts. It's crazy. The fucking Celtics were up by 8 going into the half last night, and then the Heat came out and did a 22-2 point differential in the third quarter. Can you fucking believe that? Scored
22-2 run?
Yeah. 22 points.
I love the fact that can happen so frequently in basketball is one of my favorite things about basketball. There's just no telling.
It's crazy.
Tom, did I tell you that I listened to a podcast the other day on the way to work and I almost fucking just like, lit myself on fire and walked away?
Yeah, you told me about that.
So then a couple days later, my other podcast had a new episode and I'm listening to it, and it's basically this dude is arrested and convicted for the murder of his wife, but like none of the details lined up. And they did some shit like it happened in England, or it happened in New Zealand. And they went all the way to America to find a doctor who said he could do something that nobody else in the world was willing to do, to produce evidence. And so once he did that evidence, and the doctor was not a forensic expert, that evidence was introduced as if it were forensic expert testimony. And so the dude gets convicted in a timeline that he never could have hit, with facts that were completely untrue and not backed up by science at all. Like the amount of food in people's stomachs, because it was a wife and 2 kids got murdered. And the husband not only like couldn't have possibly murdered them, but openly admitted like, no, I hired a prostitute. Like, I wasn't even in town. I was on a business trip. I hired a prostitute. I still have the agency's number. I'll give you their number. And the cops verified that he had in fact hired a prostitute. And then they were just like, that's fine. He just drove 200 miles an hour to go commit the murders, but nobody called it into the police. So I'm like, man, this is fucked up, but the podcast is only like halfway over. So this is really good because it's going to get overturned. So they go into a second trial and it's all completely different evidence. Everything from the first one has been proven to either be illegal evidence or completely dismissed because it was untrue, and they can prove that it's untrue. So it's not going to be admitted the second time. and they come up with a completely different timeline because there's no way to verify the food in the stomach timeline thing. And the dude gets convicted a second fucking time. So it happened to me twice where I was driving to work and I was fucking furious by the time I got to work. Anyways, I want to send you that podcast because it was really fucking good.
You can't. I'm not going to listen to it.
That's fucked up, Tom.
I don't like Pat. It amazes me that you're such a positive person, and you surround yourself with such negativity. It really
negativity. I'm positive that was an injustice.
Yeah, that's negativity. Just listen. Like I ain't got the mental capacity to listen to that kind of shit. It would just
Ain't
piss
nobody
me
got
off.
time for that. I got bronchitis.
Yeah, fact. Anyway, so hopefully we'll do a show on Sunday. We'll see how it goes.
I don't see why not.
Well, I'm going to a Garth Brooks concert Saturday night. So hopefully
Yeah, I got to tell you, I'm going to start digging. There's a chance I go to that concert.
Get 2 tickets.
It's the one time in my life when I'm going to be able to see Garth Brooks live. I mean, I saw him live in Central Park, but like on pay-per-view because it was free.
Yeah, I'm sure we can get fucking tickets right now. Right here.
I'm sure lawn seats are $50.
Yeah, so why don't you just go? We can all carpool up together.
It's possible, man. I got to figure out. Miss Elizabeth might be down. I got to find out. But the idea of skipping this opportunity. Do you know who's opening? Is there even an opening act? The dude put out like 45 albums. He doesn't need an opener.
I'm sure he's gonna have an opener because that'd be a long ass show if he didn't.
I would invite that.
Let's see. Music.
Are you looking up tickets right now?
Yeah. Sure, yeah. Garth Brooks.
I'm thinking of a dollar amount in my head. If they're under that dollar amount, I'm in.
You can get 2 tickets right now. Lower row 26. Outdoor.
I don't want row. Give me grass seats.
They don't have grass seats.
Where's the concert?
Well, you can sit on the floor. Oh, actually, you can get 2 tickets on the floor for $102 a piece. Out the door, you're paying $270.
Fuck?
Sitting on the floor, $276 for 2 seats.
That is outrageously outside of the price range I had in my mind. How are there no lawn seats? Where the fuck is this concert?
It's at Gillette Stadium.
Really?
Yeah. So if you sit on the grass, it's actually more expensive. But you can sit in the stands, and well, it's actually cheaper to sit on the fucking floor, apparently.
Yeah, because it's going to be fucking standing room, and you're going to be fucking shoulder to shoulder with a million people.
No, they're not standing row. They're fucking seats, bro.
Really?
Yeah, but you can go for $200, $100 a ticket. That's not bad.
Didn't you say $276?
For those on the lawn, these you could sit in the corner for $190, 2 tickets. That's with all the fees and everything.
Oof. I might have to do this.
Do it up, bro. We're going. So it's me, Erica, her friend Kelly, and I invited my sister today. She's coming, and so 2 more people, more fun. We're leaving my house around 3:30.
I'll still be working.
Well, just tell them you need to leave.
I could.
You definitely 100% could. It's volunteer.
Let me talk to Miss Elizabeth.
You're not going to go, just like everything else. But anyway, so I'll have a great story for the show on Sunday about the awesome time I had at the Garth Brooks concert. And you will just have to live through me for that show.
I hope he shows up and he's like, you know what, guys? I don't feel like being Garth Brooks tonight. I'm going to be Chris Gaines. And you have to watch a Chris Gaines concert, motherfucker.
Somebody said that to me today. Didn't he say that he was somebody else for a while? I'm like, shut up.
No, Garth Brooks was the somebody else. He is Chris Gaines.
Yeah. Didn't he come out with different music? Anyway, so yeah, we're doing that on Saturday. So hopefully we'll have a show on Sunday. But I'm really trying to make a push between tomorrow night and Saturday before we leave to get this fucking bath, like do some more work in his bathroom, dude. Now that I can actually stand for more than 25 minutes, it's going to be important to get some of this shit done. I'm hoping to have the bathroom done by Monday, Memorial Day. So we'll see how that goes. I doubt it.
Wait, what Monday is Memorial Day?
Not this coming Monday, the following Monday.
Really? 3-day weekend?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I could
Dope
probably.
shit.
I'm hoping to. This is my plan. I'll tell everybody here, and we'll see if I stick to it. Tomorrow night, I'm gonna get the installation up. I'm gonna get the wiring done for the new lights and the outlet. Saturday, I'm gonna sheetrock the ceiling and put in the new lights. Sunday, depending on when we do the podcast and everything, I'm gonna sheetrock the walls. Monday and Tuesday night after work, I'm gonna tape and putty. Thursday night, I'm going to do the last sanding job and putty job so that Saturday we can paint everything. Sunday, I put down the floor, and then Monday should be finishing touches.
Nice.
We'll see how that all works out.
We'll
Real hard part is like after work, man. Like, you know, like today I had a real mental pretzel of a day. Those days are hard to come home and do work. You know,
the mental pretzel days.
Yeah, like when your brain's in a pretzel.
Which cat is this? Oh, Littlefoot.
Because God knows I don't do any. I don't care about your cats, Pat.
Yeah, but this one's like bonded to me now. Like in the morning when I'm getting ready for work, she just stays at my feet and then she jumps up on whatever counter I'm at. This cat fucking loves me, man.
I gotta tell you, Arlo has been taking a liking to me lately, and I do not like it.
I fucking love Arlo.
He's such a cocksucker. Anyway, Pat, you ready to get out of here, man? I gotta get this shit uploaded and eat dinner.
Number niners, I say, good day.
Thanks everybody for coming and watching the show. Hopefully we'll see you guys on Sunday.
Hey, bye. Hey, bud.